So regarding regarding strategy, let's start with defenses. Thank you very much for coming to this defense of Mr. Ullah. I'm a supervisor and external examiner is Dr. Saiful Rahman and internal examiner is Dr. Mohammed Khan. Dr. Saiful sorry. So let's start the defense. Naqib, please start your presentation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My topic is intrusion detection system for HDL-based IoT devices using a deep neural network. My name is Naqib and my supervisor is Dr. Abdul Salam. I'm the student of NSTN. My registration number is 14044. My research paper is published in the International Journal of Engineering Works with the impact factor 0.72. So the agenda of presentation is here you can see. Let's begin from the introduction of IoT. First of all, I'm going to define IoT. IoT can be defined as the connectivity of physical devices with each other using internet. In IoT, massive volume of traffic at one side. Okay, sir. Don't move. Okay, sir. In IoT, massive volume of traffic generated from different heterogeneous networks, and the existing internet architecture cannot handle massive volume of traffic. So the massive volume of traffic is generating from IoT will expose to security threats. So the solution is software-defined networking. Software-defined networking is an emerging technology that decouples control plane from data plane, and the control plane globally managed over all network. And we can implement intrusion detection policy in the controller of HDM. Let's see what is NIDS, Network Intrusion Detection System. First of all, I'm going to introduce intrusion. Intrusion is basically a type of attack that can retrieve your system or that can damage your network. So, network intrusion detection system is basically a system that can detect the intrusion or any unauthorized access to the network. The most threatening kinds of attack we have, number one is DOS attack, denial of service attack. The denial of service attack is attack one user from similar place will send a huge or massive packet of IPs to the network, and the main aim of the DOS attack is to down the network. After that, we have malicious insiders. It's basically some attackers who are legitimate users who are working inside the network, but they do not have the rights to use the application. They are using that illegally and damage the system. After that, we have some other attacks which is called web-based attacks. These are most dangerous attacks. Number one is DDoS attack, distributed denial of service attack, and the other one is smart attack. And DDoS attack, there are many users with different places. They can send different types of packets to down the network. And the other one is smart attack. In smart attack, the attacker spoofing the network IP of a user. While he spoofs the network's IP with that IP, he will broadcast the message to the IoT network. Thus, the IoT network replays that the network will be directly goes down. To detect the abnormalities in IoT networks, different techniques have been proposed, like statistical techniques, data mining, and deep learning. The researchers have proposed various anomaly-based IDS intrusion detection system like support vector machine and neural network. However, they are not accurate to detect the threats in the network. The existing intrusion detection approaches do not perform well for the IoT devices because IoT devices will generate massive volume of traffic. To address the issue, the emerging deep neural network concept is implemented in the SDN technology for intrusion detection system. In SDN base, the different others have proposed different attacks that they have an 11 SDN based distribution denial of service attack was proposed and achieved a good accuracy in terms of detecting the threats, and also the random walk algorithm were also being used to detect the abnormalities in the network. The support vector machine is also used in k-nearest neighbor. The problem is here that these techniques have been used for small data set and they have been applied on a small network. So, as we said that,
what do you mean by a small network?
a small network means the existing internet architecture. Suppose we have a network here in the Abbasi University in Leh. This is called a small network, which has not connected the fully IoT devices. So the problem statement is.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me which year this paper belongs to?
Not yet.
Years of publication. Year of publication.
I have said it in the reference.
Are these references same as the thesis?
Yes, sir.
Why are they from 2010?
The SVM is
The
from.
first was from 2011, then that is from 2014. The last one is from 2016. No work has been done after that.
Sir, in SVM, the paper I have taken was 2019.
The 16th paper is from 2008. Paper number 16 is from 2008. Paper number 15 is from 2016.
Sir, the paper I cited is truly
On what you
published
mentioned
in the.
over here, your references.
Yes, sir.
So the honorable teacher is saying only those specific that what you have mentioned.
Yes, sir.
Not only are unreligious is something else.
Okay, sir.
Nobody has done any work from 2019 or 2020 on SDNs.
Sir, they have done work on SDN, but on deep neural network, nobody done work because we have merging SDN with the deep neural network for big data for IoT-based devices, sir.
I was asking that you should have compared with the papers from 2019 80s, even if they haven't done it, because have they done the deep networking? They have implemented deep neural network.
No, sir.
Then what's the point of comparing with these?
With this, sir, as I said, that the deep neural network is using for IoT devices.
Yes, you have done deep neural network for that.
Yes, sir.
I know that. Why is the comparison with very old papers?
Comparison with old paper, sir. We have compared the small data set, these algorithms with our own algorithm, the deep neural networks. Here, I have applied the same data set for both of them. The NSLK data set was not applied for this, sir.
Actually, the teacher is saying that add the new references also. Not too much old papers. Or the other teacher is saying.
Shall I go for the problem statement? The existing intrusion detection approaches do not perform well for the large IoT networks due to heterogeneous characteristics. And the exists research gate is designed an efficient deep neural network algorithm to learn the nonlinear relationship in the data set. The objective of the research is applying SDN networking for anomaly-based intrusion detection system in the IoT networks. And the second objective is integrated the deep neural network with the SDN for the intrusion detection system. The proposed methodology is the DNN is implemented in the NIDS module of the software-defined networking. And here we have the network statistics. I'm going to explain this further in a diagram. The network statistics are provided to the SDN controller using the OpenFlow state request. It's basically a request that the statistics are being forwarded from the data plane to the controller. And the controller forwards the text to the NIDS module to correlate and analyze. So here is the proposed architecture. We have some open flow switches, and here is the control plane. While the statistics come toward the open flow switch, the open flow switch forward the status to the controller. In controller, in the NIDS module of controller, we have implemented deep neural network to detect the trees. So the data set I have been used, many authors and researchers have used the NSL QDD data sets. This data set is based on different CSV types of attack and ARF format attacks. So the proposed DNN module, while the status are being forwarded to the input layer, the input layer will forward the data to the hidden layers. We have used 12 hidden layers. In hidden layers, we have implemented a ReLO. The work of ReLO is that it gives probability between 0 and 1 to learn the data. While the data gives to the go to the output layer, in output layer we have a soft max classifier because our problem is the classification problem. So the softmax classifier will decide either the tree is detected or not detected. In our research work, we have implemented the deep neural algorithm in a Keras library, and we have used the POX controller. The Keras library is basically a Python-based library in a POX controller, and we have used the POX controller for evaluating the performance of intrusion detection. The data set has been tested on both SVM and proposed algorithm. As we said, SVM is used before for the small data sets. So the accuracy of our proposed DNN module was 85%, which is a good significant. While the learning rate, when we increased the learning rate, the efficiency, the data accuracy was good at the time of learning. The conclusion is our paper evaluates the NIDS model implemented in the deep learning algorithm for intrusion detection system. And our paper shows flow-based anomaly detection, deep learning approaches that has the potential in the context of the software-defined network.
Defending the paper or your thesis?
What, sir?
What you are defending, it is your thesis or your research paper?
Thesis.
So you have mentioned over the paper evaluates and our paper evaluates and that and
Sir, I have taken a quote from my as a reference. I'm giving here.
so I will mention the reference over here, these slides.
No, sir. I have just written a word that we have done in our paper this work.
It should be written as a thesis, paper evaluation thesis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, our work on it. Work now defines the doesn't see cover with me.
Okay.
Papers, the thesis, the something.
So in future, we will explore the convolutional neural network for intrusion detection system. Thank you. And question and answer.
Where are the results?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have compared the same with the neural network. And go back to slide number 120. What slide, sir?
And introduction slide. Problem statement.
Problem statement.
You said that the large IoT systems are not being implemented because of the heterogeneous connectors. What do you mean by heterogeneous?
Heterogeneous means IoT networks. While IoT network will generate massive volume of data, and this existing internet architecture cannot handle this. So this means that huge or massive traffic is generated from
Large or necessarily heterogeneous. Different types of network words explaining itself.
Okay, sir. Different types of network worlds. So here we have suppose everybody is using nowadays two to more than two devices, or a person having mobile in his pocket, and also a laptop, and also he is using communication. He is doing different types of communication. So this is called heterogeneous communication of heterogeneous network.
And that has been not implemented before the large in a large scale, a large network.
Yes, sir.
That is your claim.
Exactly, sir.
It hasn't done before. Are you sure?
Not done for the large data.
You are claiming here the existing intrusion detection approaches do not perform well in a large IoT network due to heterogeneous network.
Yes, sir.
So no one has used before DNN before for the large IoT networks before. No one.
No one, sir. In HCM they have done.
Because you just use like the code is in the networks, you take the code of DNN and just implement it with SDN1.
Yes, sir.
That is your idea, sir. And then for the same thing, you have also implemented or implanted SPM with SDN.
Sir, I have.
Like we have two things. We made a comparison of SPM and DNN, but both are implanted with the SDN. Yes. Both should be implanted with SDN.
Exactly, sir.
There are two different things. One is that one you control the large IoT network without SDN, SDN or any large network implement है ना उसके अंदर एक intrusion detection करनी है तो वो जो है वो SDN के जरिए मुझे intrusion detection की and he has done with the DNN deep neural network implanted with SDN तो ये दोनों SDN के साथ
Here is the data that you collected from your experiments.
What's the
methodology?
Here is the data that you have collected from your experiments. Where is the data?
Sir,
you have written just 2 lines. How can we trust on this that this is correct?
Sir, well, I implemented
yes, sir. जो आपने कहा कि आपने डेटा सेट्स इस्तेमाल किए उन डेटा सेट्स का जिक्र यहाँ पर है
yes, sir. Cancel के लिए
ऊपर आपने कहा कि जो रिजल्ट्स जनरेट किए वो रिजल्ट्स
You have mentioned that this is 74%. How can we trust? Where is the actual data?
methodology for explaining this methodology of the course
okay. Sir, as I said that
we are asking about methodology. Very
implemented.
we can trust your results.
Okay.
Methodology means the experiment of
Yes, sir.
The data flow chart is missing, data flow diagram is missing in the thesis as well as in your
Sir, I have done all the coding in computer notebook of Python. There, I have.
Where is the data flow diagram, data flow model?
Data flow model is here, sir.
So what is your SDN doing here in all this question?
Yes, sir.
This SDN you are saying again and again, right? If you go back to the diagram of your this one.
How you integrate SDN with like business? How you integrate?
Have you heard about the programmable switches?
Yes, sir.
If we can do programmable switches and we can implement everything on the switch, we don't need the controller of the SDN anymore. Secondly, POPs is way outdated. There are other open daylight and but what I don't understand is the overall scenario of the where the SPM is actually playing the role in it. Like if we remove the SDN out of the equation, it does not affect the whole scenario, right? Secondly, you said that a human is using a laptop and all these things. IoT does not take humans into equation. IoT is communication between the devices.
Yes.
And lastly, it would be my suggestion, but when you put your hands in your pockets, you are actually patronizing or intimidating the people who are sitting and listening to you. So first, it would be my suggestion because your presentation is very good. For future sake, that you leave your hands open in front of the audience. That okay, you are not patronizing them, but simply presenting your idea. So that would be my suggestion. If you could explain just the role of SDN in this whole scenario.
Okay, sir. The role of SDN is, sir, the SDN is decouple the control plane of SDN from the data plane. The work of control plane is control plane managed over all network. And the data plane will only forward the IP package toward the control plane. So we can say that if a connection breaks in anywhere, so we can make another route to fix that connection. So this is the role of
It will solve the inclusion
overall. Yes, sir. But if we implement the deep neural model and the NIDS model of the controller,
This NIDS is an application, right?
exactly.
So it's not installed on controller because you don't install it on controller.
Yes.
So it's just simply the middleware of that whole scenario. You install it on the top of it and then it interacts with the
Exactly.
controller. You said you install it on the controller. You don't. And again, you don't.
And
The
SDN
controller is basically simply a open flow protocol and it handles everything to the network related NIDS is a separate application. It is communicating with the controller. It's not installed in the controller.
Exactly, sir. Yes, sir. So NIDS is communicate with the controller, but we employ the DNL model in NIDS. The deep neural network, that the deep neural network will learn the abnormalities and will detect the
So SDN is basically like secured and it does not have any flaws for security breaches.
It has many of these scientists using firewalls to detect the threats. But some of the
present time fault tolerance.
it has fault tolerance.
No. There is a terminology we use in STM called PFT, present time fault tolerance, where one of the controller is compromised. You have multiple controllers. You heard about it? You have heard about it. You have heard about it. You get the message.
Can you show me the journal you have published, the link of the journal you have published?
I have published my paper on 20 September. I think 20 September it was. International Journal of Engineering.
ISI index.
Not
ISI index इसका क्या है आपके पेपर का?
सर ये कह रहा है 0.7 है हमें कम्युनिकेशन इसमें नहीं लिखा है 0.728 वो सामने लिखा है
IRC, what is IRC?
So it's basically written on the website of this journal. So I take up
So
this.
it's the impact
Yes,
factor.
sir, it's in fact, International Journal of Engineering.
Yeah.
Actually, can you tell me where you implemented all this? Which computer, which laptop?
Sir, all the coding is done software.
Yes, but on what?
Which computer you use for it? Core i7, Core i8, Core i9?
I have used X5, Core i7, sir, and it has about 8 GB RAM, sir. Like this.
And then deep network comes easily running.
Principally, if you know the coding, that's it.
ये लोग इस सर्वर पागल है आपकी लैपटॉप में डीप न्यूरल नेटवर्क चल रहा है
You install the open source system And then you have planned how much lattice instance is over there.
Sir,
How much IoT device you placed over there.
The data being generates basically
Sir,
a lot of data.
सर क्या है हमने IoT devices के ऊपर टेस्ट किया था कितने IoT devices आपने इस्तेमाल किए your experiment
IoT devices के लिए मैंने ये in Excel की read data set
how many दो चार
one system sir one system
Whose database के अंदर how much devices were in that data set? We didn't use devices, we used the data set.
What am I saying?
sir shall I come forward a little bit I can give you a question now
I say that you have taken the data set.
yes sir
Of how many IoT devices data set contains?
sir it's content from different devices such
So have you counted the number of devices?
not counted sir we have many devices this data set was implemented in 1999 division there was a football match in that for the included detection till now this many is working on this data set.
Mean you have not opened the file, but you are analyzing it.
Sir, I have to find everything in my data. If you want, I can show you.
Yes, can you collect?
Sure.
Sure. 1995.
ऐसे नहीं है गूगल ने
आपको सर्वर चाहिए ये कह रहे हैं लैपटॉप ऐड कर मदद करें तो इट इज नॉट कहते हैं प्रोग्रामिंग नहीं बाकी हो जाएगा
Training this.
वो हमारा एक था ना वो जो एक था कि जिसमें आप साउंड डिटेक्टर और फेस डिटेक्शन आप कर रहे हैं so it took him really more than 10 hours data sets अगर आपको
लैपटॉप इसके ऊपर नहीं है कोई डिस्कशन नहीं मैं इस प्रोसेसिंग में ये मेरे नेटवर्क पे ये मुश्किल से काम हैरान हो गए ये इसलिए अभी वाली सब खामोश दो
ये काम वैसे अध्ययन के लिए अच्छा है लेकिन वो बता नहीं सकता जो मतलब इसमें
ये क्या होगा तो बता देना ना क्योंकि within I think within a month after the before the approval of the proposal he published the paper and before the approval of the proposal he had written the thesis also. I think he is very quick but let's see the implementation also have you offer
Yes, sir. It's not
पर्टिकुलर तुम्हारा एडमिशन कब हुआ था
Yes, sir.
एडमिशन कब हुआ था फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर कब था यहाँ
September 19.
Fall
September 18, sir. Fall 19.
पुराने स्टूडेंट पुराने
Fall 18 होगा
Fall 18, sir.
18 हमारे पास नहीं
या स्प्रिंग है चार सेमेस्टर तो कंप्लीट हो चुके पांचवें से छठा है फॉल 18
actually what we are ensuring that we have done that
18 में जब आप उसे स्टार्ट करते हैं तो फिर आप 16 से कंपेयर करें तो फिर ठीक है प्रोसेस हमारे अंदर रहने की बहुत सारे
यहाँ सुपरवाइजर अपडेट होता है सबसे आगे स्रोत का तो से सही चला So in 20 if they have done this research, so from 20 at least 2019 and 2018 and 20 this paper should be at least.
They say even drop the whole last
चलो सर के जॉब है तो फिर तो आगे चले जाएंगे डॉक्टर साहब भी बैठे हैं
Do they have implemented over here? So can we see our code and can we see our
वो बॉक्स कंट्रोलर में आपने इंप्लीमेंट किया
Okay, yes, sir. We box control.
कैन डू लर्निंग स्विच में होगा उसी का
open the box controller?
Sir, I have not implemented this laptop, but I have all
Yeah, what we are
material here.
saying, what we are saying is जब दो नंबर ही नहीं की तो मैं शो करता हूँ.
सर मैंने कहा था कि मैंने ये थिंक पर लैपटॉप पे किया था तो
शो करूंगा सभी को बाद में
Deep neural network is a great model about the market share. Confirmation one person. Partner networks. Model trade.
sir here is all the coding I have. Do you want to see sir?
is again
The coding with everything, but not implemented in the Python, sir. I have taken from Python. Then they
This is not connecting or
this is the coding. Yes, sir.
इसमें फायदा इंस्टॉल ही नहीं है आपके लैपटॉप में.
सर इसलिए लेकिन बस मैंने वो सब कुछ किया है इस लैपटॉप में वो नहीं है इसमें जो है
आप ये एक और i7 में आपने
एक और अगर कमजोर है
वो काम कर रहे हो लैपटॉप.
जी डॉक्टर साहब
आपकी बात है.
slide
ओके सर
यहाँ पे आप स्लाइड नेक्स्ट स्लाइड पे हैं जहाँ पे आपने थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ अटैक्स बताए
यस सर एग्जैक्टली यस
जी आपने जो मेथडोलॉजी प्रपोज की है नेटवर्क इंक्लूजन डिटेक्शन जो आप लिटरेचर रिव्यू में बता रहे थे कि जो टेक्निक्स अवेलेबल हैं नंबर 1 वो स्मॉल डेटा सेट्स पे काम करती है सर वो इनमें से कितने अटैक्स डिटेक्ट करती है
ओनली डॉस अटैक डिटेक्ट करते हैं सर डॉस अटैक और डीडॉस अटैक सर
यस सर आपने जो नेटवर्क इंक्लूजन डिटेक्शन की जो टेक्निक डीप लर्निंग के थ्रू इस्तेमाल किया है सर वो कितने अटैक्स डिटेक्ट करती है
सर डीप न्यूरल नेटवर्क में जो है सर उसने अपने हिडन लेयर्स वो हिडन लेयर्स जो है सर वो बहुत सारे डिटेक्शन के लिए वो बहुत काम कर रहे हैं अगर हम
इन तीनों में से बताएं
अच्छा इन तीनों में से
दो करती है
सर इस सारे कर रहे हैं सर सारे क्योंकि आईओटी में हमारे साथ डेटा ज्यादा है तो इसीलिए तो अटैक्स भी ज्यादा हो रहे हैं तो वो जो डीप न्यूरल जो है वो सारों के
आपकी टेक्निक इनमें से बेहतर किस पे काम
बेहतर सर स्मार्ट पे काम करते हैं स्मार्ट एग्जैक्टली स्मार्ट
आज से सर because he is from Afghanistan, he doesn't understand code player.
So which technique do you consider that deep learning method is good for any one of them? You have not mentioned, you have just said that your technique is better to perform on different types of attacks.
yes sir
But I see that there is a problem that one technique is good for one purpose, but it is not good for the other purpose.
yes
Right? But
how you can say that this technique is good for this one and it is not good for the rest of them, or it is good for all of them?
Yes, sir.
Equally, it cannot be good for all of them.
It should be.
Yes, but here it is not mentioned in your thesis that in which you are saying that this is good for the small, but it is not mentioned.
Sir, I am
Do you remember?
Yes, sir.
It is not.
Okay. Conventions.
In paper, so you're not like
which is the shadow.
surgeon of technique proposed you propose a technique. So at that time, you are not sure that whether it will work for this one or that. But you say that you will give a statement that your technique will be performing detection for these type of networks and it is good for this one. After you compile your result. But in the results as well, it is not mentioned that this is good for this kind of attack.
Yes, sir.
So I cannot consider and figure it out that this technique, whatever you say, is good for detection of attack. For which detection of attack it is good? It is not clear in your statement, in your thesis, even in your presentation, it is not like this.
Yes, sir.
Right? Number one. Okay. Go to the literatures, read what the literature rejections of the. Okay, before the literature review, just on the problem statement. What do you mean by the there was one word problem statement? Problem statement.
The existing intrusion detection as two problems.
This is a problem statement.
Yes, sir. I see a problem.
Slide जो आपने बनाई है problem statement. It is not a problem statement slide. The problem statement slide.
Go to the problem statement slide. It's not intervention. Okay, sir. Problem.
This is your problem statement. So, what do you mean by non-linear relationship in the data?
Sir, we have two types of relation. One is linear relation and other is non-linear. In linear, sir, we will make a boundary line between the actual value and projected value. So the non-linear relationship, same the case is here. A non-linear relationship that it learns between the data, but it will make, while we generating the code, it will make a curved line. In non-linear relationships, they will compare the actual value with the predicted value. Yes, sir.
Now go to the literature review. In the literature review, you have mentioned few of the papers, like 15 or 16 papers. Yes. But you are failed to mention this thing that these techniques, you say that they are not able to, you have mentioned only one drawback of them, that they cannot perform well for the large data sets. Yes. But rather saying that they cannot perform large data sets, your focus is that they cannot detect attacks, denial of service attacks or SMART or the second one. Yes. It should be like that, that these techniques or SPM, whatever you suggest, is good for this kind of attack and it is not good for this kind of attack. Yes. It doesn't matter that whether a technique is good for a large data set or small data set, but it can detect attacks or not, it is important.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is not mentioned here for any one of the techniques.
Yes, sir.
That this one is good for this kind of attack. Because your focus is on the type or on the attack detection. If you can move in this way, it is represented in this way, it should be represented in this way. Then this can detect this attack or not. Primarily, maybe 3 or 4 attacks may be there for the detection. Yes. There may be 3 or 4 types for the detection. So why not you mention those types that this technique is good for? It doesn't matter whether it is a small, and always remember that for the network you have lots of traffic. For the networks you have lots of traffic. So a data set, I cannot believe on this that a technique can detect for a small data set and it cannot detect for a large data set. If you are talking about the time, so then it's okay. But in this your case, it is important that it can detect how much type of attacks. Because the attack type is very important to be detected. So you have not mentioned that.
If there is an overall gap in the results,
On the
the rest of the exam is okay, but there is a gap in
उसमें मैं
the.
आता हूँ. So आपने तो you have to show that thing as well. The techniques and their weaknesses. Rather showing them by this way, if you just write the technique name and you just write on the other side the weaknesses, merits and demerits of these techniques. So quickly a reader can understand that what is its merit and what is its demerit. So there is no need of questioning on your particular problem. So questions are arised because you are unable to give the actual insight of the problem to your audience. Yes, right. So this is a very important thing. And it is also I have mentioned it in your thesis as well and in the evaluation report that the scholar is unable to define the research gap and unable to highlight the problems and the good points of discussed techniques. It is also mentioned in I don't know whether you have performed corrections or not. So this is if one sees it, right, your copy or your research problem, so you can quickly figure out that this is your problem and you have done this thing for that particular matter. But fact of the matter is that you are not given accurate insight into literature review. इसकी जगह आप एक टेबल बना देते हो और उसमें आप मैरिट और डिमेरिट बता देते हैं या इस जगह पे फोकस कर रहे हैं. That focus is not mentioned, right? And then, okay, go to your last, before the conclusion,
Results.
results. In the results, you say that you have implemented DNN model.
Yes, sir.
Which DNN model?
Deep neural networks.
There are different types of models.
Yes, we have different, sir.
And then what model you have implemented? What neural network you have used? What if you are using Keras library, Python? So altogether you cannot use the whole library, but out of them you will use one network model to train your model and then to get the results. What type of model is that? It is not mentioned even in the research. It is not mentioned. What type of model is this?
Sir, I have just used this deep neural network. This was the model, sir. I have worked on, sir.
The model is not mentioned. There are different types of models. Networks, neural network की बहुत सारी types हैं.
Yes,
जो आप use कर रहे हैं.
I have studied all of them.
You have studied all of them, so you have to imagine that I have used this model, and this model has the capacity to do this thing for you. How can I believe that your results are? Model name must be there. Now, you mentioned that the second problem is the data set. As we answer that, if you say that this is your data set, so the number of nodes they are specified in the data set.
Yes, sir.
You don't know about the number of nodes in your data set.
Sir,
How many nodes were there?
sir,
Second, if you select a data set, you have to draw a chart, a graph, which should represent that if you have this much number of nodes there, it can perform up to this much extent of accuracy, and there is this much amount of error in that. If you have this much number of nodes within the same data set, you can. But the implementation is such that it cannot be pointed out that how you guide your accuracy that this is good for. मैं इस पे कैसे believe करूँ कि this accuracy that you have attained, this is on how many number of nodes? As you have mentioned that your problem is to detect attacks on large data sets. I believe that you have in IoT, obviously there are a number of heterogeneous devices there and they generate lots of traffic. But how to detect that model is not there, the nodes information is not there, the percentage of accuracy that you have mentioned, okay, SVM is good for
75, it is giving 74% accuracy. But remember, this accuracy must be on the number of nodes, must be on some set parameters. Those parameters are not mentioned, so मैं कैसे मानूं कि for every type of, for every scenario, it will give on the particular data set that you have selected. What is that data set name?
KDD, NSL,
NSL
KDD.
तो हर दफा ये NSL KDD पे on which parameters it will give 85%?
Sir, NSL
on which parameters? If the model is not on, if you say that this is the model, so the reader, the text also gives you that this model can perform this up to this much type of accuracy on this much number of nodes. That I believe that the text give you this kind of figures. ये इतने % nodes के ऊपर कितनी % accuracy देगा?
Sir,
आपका तो मॉडल ही डिफाइन नहीं है, तो मुझे accuracy कैसे पता लगेगा कि ये सही है? ये मॉडल नहीं है. This is not a model.
sir, I have
This is not a model. You say that you have implemented this model in NITS controller or something like that. So, model is a different thing, and it actually performs detection. I do believe in it. But what is that model? Clustering में भी तो मुख्तलिफ techniques हैं. अगर आप neural network based clustering पे जाते हैं, neural network को use करते हैं clustering के लिए.
yes, sir.
आपको कुछ model
You have used hidden layer 1. What filters you have used at hidden layer 1? Can you mention any of the filters that you have used on layer 1?
Sir, here is just we have been using.
What is the filter?
This
You have
relo
used
works,
at layer 1.
sir, the relo works on a filter. Yes, sir. It gives the probability.
But what type of filter?
merely giving idea that this is a model and this has this much accuracy is not enough for this one. Right? Now to mention your models, you have to draw the comparison of SVM and your proposed model that this model work for this kind of a data set with this much accuracy it gives on this number of nodes of the same data set, this much number of nodes it will give.
Okay, sir.
It will give this much. See, those charts, at least 1 or 2 charts must be there to specify
It's okay, sir.
detail, but the detail is not there.
Sir,
Secondly, talking about the thesis, when I see this, the title is SDN, software defined network.
yes, sir.
इसको थोड़ा सा तरीके से लिखेंगे, ये software defined network है. Abbreviation if you use in the title, so इसको कैसे लोग पढ़ेंगे समझेंगे. दूसरा जो टेक्निकल मिस्टेक्स हैं वो तो मैंने इसमें पॉइंट आउट किए हैं, जो सारी जो आपकी टाइपोग्राफिक मिस्टेक्स.
Yes, sir.
But in the proposed methodology and in the next chapter, probably you are not given the algorithm or a proper methodology in steps that, although this is here, but it is not mentioned in this way in your thesis. आपने guide की हो तो नहीं कह सकते.
If somebody,
Sir, yes.
if somebody wants to follow you do your work again, how will he do it? Can he follow your thesis to do those steps again? So I will mention all those steps.
रिजल्ट्स में ये चार्ट्स बने हुए होने चाहिए, कम से कम 2 तो हो, 3 और उससे आपकी परसेंटेज ऑफ एक्यूरेसी वेरीफाई हो. आप मुझे ये इस तरह से कहते हैं, इस तरह कोई भी लिख देगा मैंने 90% एक्यूरेसी की, तो मुझे मॉडल को पता होगा तो मैं खुद ही पता कर लूंगा कि ये 90% देता है या नहीं देता है. तो अगर आप कहेंगे कि ये देता है, तो then I will try to tell you to prove this type of accuracy if this gives 85% or not. At present situation, I cannot figure it out whether it gives this accuracy or not because the model is.
I have
How many data sets have you used?
21.
How many data sets?
one.
Okay. The coming towards your references, 2 or 3 references of 2016 or one reference.
Yes, sir. 2018.
तो इसको जरा अपडेट करो. ठीक है. और दोनों चीजें यहाँ पे मिसिंग है. मॉडल में मेथोडोलॉजी की स्टेप्स आपकी मिसिंग है, आपकी रिजल्ट्स जो हैं उनमें बिग क्वेश्चन मार्क है. इसको ठीक
Thank you. Thank you so much. There is a paper in 2016, deep learning approach for network intelligent detection in software defined networks. Have you read this paper? It's of 2016.
Yes, I read this paper, sir.
Why didn't we compare with this paper?
Sir, I just read, but my focus was only on SVM, sir. So I was, the paper I picked, it was SVM.
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 Why are you only comparing with SVM? We know that SVM doesn't work, it doesn't give good results. Why are you targeting SVM?
Sir, for the next time, shall I read for this, sir?
But why did we compare with this?
What is the sense that when you submit the updated copy for the
Technically, four
these should
corrections
be
must be there.
addressed. This should be addressed.
Four corrections must be there. Model name,
Yes, sir.
methodology in complete format, which is not there.
Okay, sir.
The comparison charts, which are not there.
Yes, sir.
Giving the insight of the evaluation that you have performed and it is not working in a way it is represented. Right?
Yes, sir.
So these 3-4 things must be there. Clustering आपने की है, आपने उसको डेटा को के ऊपर ट्रेन किया है, तो लेकिन ये जो ट्रैफिक होती है ये काफी वैरी करती है कि हाई परसेंटेज आप कैसे ले सकते हैं?
Okay,
तीन चार चीजें हैं.
Dr. said I have noted these changes.
Yes, sir.
You have to incorporate these changes in your thesis and get signed from Dr. Safar also. Then your result will be forwarded to the grantors.
Thank you.
भैया कर सकते हैं.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Safar. Stop. Can I just
इसको सर बल्कि रिजल्ट के लिए कुछ पैरामीटर्स जैसे बता दें कि रिजल्ट में डाल दे आसानी हो जाएगी नहीं कभी जैसा कि आपने सिर्फ एक्यूरेसी दी है ओवरहेड के लिए करूँ ओवरहेड के